Hello, I'm PPC Cement SureBuild Ellie, and I'm going to show you how to make bricks and blocks the sure and easy way by using the power-packed PPC SureBuild 42,5N cement, which will give you 20% more bricks than the regular 32,5 cement simply because of its extra strength. PPC SureBuild 42,5N cement is absolutely ideal for small-scale brick or block manufacturers, and because of its extra strength, you can make at least 20% more bricks. The bricks and blocks you make will be really strong, a product your customers will be proud to use. The first step is to decide on a suitable site which is close to your customers and your suppliers of the river sand, plus the vitally important PPC SureBuild 42,5N cement. Your chosen site must be level and able to accommodate delivery trucks in case you need them. It must also be big enough for you to make and cure the amount of bricks and blocks you want to produce. This means you will need a suitable sized mixing area next to a storage area big enough to stock 2 or even 3 days production on a strong concrete slab of at least 150 millimeters thick. You will also need space to store your cement stock, plus an area big enough to carry stacks of as much as 3 weeks production of your bricks and/or blocks. Your next step is to get your equipment together, and that's also easy because the equipment you need is basic: a quality manual brick or block making machine, a 65-liter builder's wheelbarrow, a spade, a sieve, a strong water bucket, and some plastic sheets such as clean DPC sheets. The sieve can be a simple piece of strong galvanized wire mesh with holes about 5 millimeters square so the tip of your little finger can go through them. Now all you need is 3 basic materials: clean river sand, water that is also clean enough to drink, and PPC SureBuild 42,5N cement. Now you need to know what mix proportions you must use, so we recommend that after you have carefully sieved out all lumps, stones, twigs or other objects from the river sand, you start with what we call mix number 2, which is 1 wheelbarrow of 2 bags of PPC SureBuild 42,5N cement and 10 wheelbarrows of the sieved sand. Each barrow load of sand should be level to the top edges. This mix should give you at least 310 stock bricks instead of the 260 bricks that you can make using a regular 32,5 general purpose cement. First, lay the sand in a long thin heap on a flat clean hard surface such as a metal sheet or a concrete slab, and then add the 2 bags of PPC SureBuild 42,5N cement in another long thin line on top of the sand. Mix the sand and cement together with your spade until you have a pile of mix that is a uniform color. Create a hollow in the center of your pile and slowly add water while you mix all of it together. Be careful not to add too much water. The mixture will need less water than mortar used for general construction purposes. This dry, stiff mixture will hold its shape when it's removed from the block mold. Test the mix by grabbing a handful. If it forms a ball in your hand, the mix is correct. If water runs through your fingers, then you have put in too much water. When you have the correct texture, sweep the slab clean and wet it. Fill your brick or block making mold with the mixture, which is now called mortar, and push down the top handles of the machine to press it deep into the mold and compact it firmly. Remember that good compaction increases the strength of your bricks and blocks. When you have compacted the mortar properly, lift the side handles to release the mold and lift the mold off the newly formed bricks or blocks. Don't move them. Simply cover them with a dark plastic sheet to keep them damp and shield them from the sun and the wind. You don't want the bricks to dry out during the first few days. You can move the bricks or blocks to the stockpiling area only after they have been standing for 24 hours. Remember that drying is not the same as curing. Therefore, the bricks should be kept covered and damp for a further 7 days to cure and gain strength. The setting and curing time also depends on the temperature. In winter, this process may be a bit slower, but once the bricks are cured, the temperature is not a factor. The last step in your production process is to uncover the bricks or blocks and let them stand for yet another 7 days to allow for possible shrinkage. Now you need to test the quality of your product. You must keep a record of the number of broken or cracked bricks and blocks in each day's production, and if there are too many, it means you had made a poor mix with either too much water, too little cement, or poor compaction. After 7 days of curing, test the strength of your bricks or blocks by knocking 2 of them together. If they make a ringing sound, it means they have good strength, but if they make a dull thud, then the strength is poor, and you must simply change your mix proportions to mix number 1, which is 1 wheelbarrow of 2 bags of PPC SureBuild 42,5N cement and only 8 wheelbarrows of sand. That means 2 less wheelbarrows of sand and the same amount of cement. You are now in business. And remember, if you have any problems or queries, just phone the PPC Cement toll-free helpline or refer to PPC's website and we will be glad to help you.
Hey, beautiful day.